in Rand Paul makes shock Trump move, media stunned. As one longtime anti-Trump Republican made a speech on the Senate floor, a speech that was met with applause and a standing ovation, one member chose to stand apart from the crowd. Senator Jeff Flake announced plans to retire from the U.S. Senate at the end of his current term. In doing so, he made accusations against the Republican Party and the Trump presidency. Rand Paul was the only senator who didn't stand up and applaud Flake's anti-Trump speech, according to one Twitter post. All stood and clapped after Flake's speech except Rand Paul. Senator Flake announced Tuesday that he planned to retire from the U.S. Senate at the end of his term, saying that he was out of step with the Republican Party in the era of Trump's presidency. When he finished his comments, all stood and clapped after Flake's speech, except Rand Paul, tweeted Andrew Desiderio, a reporter for the Daily Beast. This surprise announcement came after more than a year of vocal criticism of the president and where he's been taking the GOP, ending in Flake publishing a book called Conscience of a Conservative, a rejection of destructive politics and a return to principle. Yeah, right, Mr. Flake, yeah. That criticized both the president's ideology and his character. In other words, Obama was, he was a terrific guy, right? And Trump's the bad one, right? What a disgrace these people are. Recent polls found that Mr. Flake was trailing behind the likely Democrat Senate nominee, Representative Kristen Sinema, as well as other challengers in the primary should he have sought a second term in 2018. Senator Flake made a surprise announcement just minutes after President Trump left the Capitol building. We must never allow ourselves to lapse into thinking that this is just the way things are now. If we simply become used to this condition, thinking that it is just politics as usual, then heaven help us, Mr. Flake said, according to the Washington Post. Do these idiots actually think that Trump got into office because the American people didn't vote for him? So, and you question why Flake is falling behind in the polls? I mean, these people are idiots, and they're trying to delegitimize President Trump's election. I mean, isn't that sick? The American people voted for him, and there was no Hillary popular vote except for illegals and voter fraud. I mean, it's disturbing. I mean, how would you like to be in Trump's position there, having to defend yourself constantly from these idiots without fear of the consequences and without consideration of the rules of what is politically safe? We must stop pretending that the conduct of some in our executive branch are normal. They are not normal. Reckless, outrageous, and undignified behavior has become excused as telling it like it is, when it is actually reckless, outrageous, and undignified. You know, the only people that are undignified are you idiot Democrats and Flake. That's who's undignified, the corruption, and they have the gall to stand there about being dignified. I mean, these things aggravate me, you know. These comments came hours after President Trump met with the senators for a rare luncheon where Senator Bob Corker, another anti-Trump Republican, accused the president of debasing the country with his untruths. Isn't it hilarious? Isn't it hilarious that these freaks go up there and speak about Trump and untruths? Crazy. Senator Rand Paul was the only one who didn't stand and applaud Mr. Flake's surprise speech, seemingly feeling that there was no point in attacking the president, just as tax reforms comes to the table. Senator Paul has previously worked closely with Mr. Trump in his executive health care order, according to the Washington Examiner. Many aspects of the executive order took inspiration from Paul's own proposals, such as allowing the purchasing of plans across state lines. Senator John McCain, another doozy there, who had previously attacked the president, addressed his colleagues later on. It's been one of the greatest honors of my life to have the opportunity to serve with a man of integrity and honor and decency and commitment to not only Arizona, but to the United States of America. I have seen Jeff Flake stand up for what he believes in, knowing full well that there would be a political price to pay, really. As for the average conservative, Trump-supporting American, it's unlikely that Flake's presence on the Senate floor will be missed. McCain, you're going down also in that Trump dossier. You're going down also. So, they're having their little temper tantrums now, but boy, they're finished. They are finished, and they know it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.